difference?
Yeah, that's what it'll be. Tell me when we start.
I don't know. Start your encoder. Okay. Starting. Right.
Excellent. We are live.
We are very
Finally.
much live.
Finally.
And the first picture that comes up is Clint Gutherson. Hello, everyone.
Excellent.
There's been no technical issues. All I can say is it's hard work podcasting.
Yeah, this is difficult work. There's lots of different things that you've got to go through to make this stream happen, and I basically have no hand in any of it.
Yeah, likewise. We're just who knows? We're just under a lot of stress. This is very hard.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I'm dying here.
Yeah, it's people just don't understand. Damn it! The people don't understand the time and expense that we put into this. As Naden goes close, but is like only 2 feet of him is over the line. Yeah. I just put a link to you to what's it called Facebook.
Yeah,
no, not Facebook. What's it called? Twitter. Yeah. And I hope that it works.
I'd like to.
Let me just say to people, live on YouTube now.
Is anyone saying that it is live?
I haven't seen anyone yet say it. Click here. Go there, paste, and then we go down here, and then I'm going to put in all the tags for the National Rugby League game. Red V, because we want Dragons fans on. We want Panther Pride, because that's what we're showing tonight, Panther Pride.
It's also worth noting that we are in the corner of the Saints fans, because we did say during the last week, that might have been this week, who knows, that we think Paul McGregor needs the arse.
Yeah, he's terrible. He said that he said during the week to not blame the players, blame him.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure that everyone has been blaming him for 2 solid years at least.
Yeah, I would say at the very, very least.
Ooh, he went with
score.
That's his 3rd somersault. He's clean missed that. Guaranteed. He's at a massive air swing there.
Okay, here we go. He's gone to the video ref.
Right, we're checking out the Betamax. Everyone's giving him a cuddle. I swear he missed it.
Maybe they just like cuddling him. What if he's just like really cuddly?
The Oporto bunker is having a look.
Yep, let's have a look here. Oporto, I'm coming. And we're going to go close. Why'd he go that? Oh, I think that's a try.
Well, I'd like to see if that hand's actually on the ball.
Why didn't he just score the try? Like, if he had just dived for the ball instead of jumping 15...
Well, like, he's made himself a cliche now.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty interesting. Big. They've just gone try straight away.
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward, wasn't it?
See, I was absolutely certain that he scored that, and I was right.
That's why you're a rugby league expert.
That's right. Covered all the bases there.
Okay, there we go. So I've put it. I've put our live show on.
What was that Dragons winger doing so far up there?
I know. He was so far out of position. Even Ryan Hall was like, "Dude."
Yeah, man. Man, I don't go that far on holidays. Admittedly, he only ever goes to the Pennines, but
have you ever been to the Pennines?
Yes.
I tell you what, if ever you want to see some unremarkable hills in a cold and damp place, oh man, is that a try? I don't think that was a try when you look at it from that angle.
I never would have awarded it. That was just ridiculous.
That's terrible. That's the first bad call of the night, and it goes the way of the good guys.
Next time, Brian, don't keep doing the mad dives. Just fucking drive out and ground it properly.
Exactly. Just come on, dude. Just make it simple. You're putting me through stress here, bruh. Okay, here goes Cleary. He steps into it, and he's just missed it to the right of the upright.
What happened to his little bit of curve? He used to have a little bit of draw on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's changed his goal kicking a little bit, trying to get Samuel
I'll
said
tell
no
you what,
try. Yeah, we agree, Sam.
it looks like he's trying to get a bit of facial hair going there, which I think he should abandon that mission.
Yeah, yeah.
If
I wouldn't say this very often, but pull out, son.
yeah, look, if that shit's not growing naturally, Cameron Smith style, like 5 minutes after you shave it off,
Exactly.
then it's just going to look like shit.
I like that. Uh, what's his name? Toe.
Yeah.
T-O. Toe.
Do
Do. Let's just call him Toe. I like that he's sporting the rat's tail.
yeah,
Very
God,
druid.
haven't seen one of those since 1994.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those since like I
Lunchtime.
don't know, Wednesday.
I was going to say lunchtime. Oh. All right, well, Panthers are working off their line.
Here we go. Come on, Panthers. Although we're unbiased here on Fergo and the Freak.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not supporting either of these sides, but
What did you think of McGregor resting? What's his name?
he sounds important.
Yeah,
Let's just assume you're talking about an important player. Oh, it's a horrible decision. Now, look,
terrible decision.
the problem with McGregor is he's got to the point now where he's clueless about what he's doing as a coach. Like, I'm not saying he knew what he was doing in the past, but even though he was crap at what he did, he himself had a plan that he thought was right in his head. Now he's got to the point where he doesn't even have that. He's just gone, let's just pull numbers out of a hat and see who gets picked in the 17 this week, and that'll do.
Yeah, it's like he has lost faith in his plan, and that's fair enough because his plan wasn't working. But I don't know what happens from here. I mean, it's not like he's missing talent. He's got the talent, but they're just not playing well at all. And like at some point, you've just got to think, maybe we need a new coach.
That's exactly the decision you got to make. They do need a new coach. And as we've discussed, I mean, they do like to hire from within, so, it's just a matter of time before Trent Barrett gets there.
Well, it'd be so bad if they went with Trent Barrett. Man, it'd be a horror show. Come on, Penrith. This game already looks a bit ominous for the Dragons, doesn't it?
Well, I think I said it during the week. I don't know if it was on air or not because I don't know when I'm on air and when I'm not. That I think Penrith could possibly rack up a cricket score in this game because they need to.
Yeah. That was in one of our podcasts, our live ones. Yeah. Not our live ones, but one that's up on the podcasting list.
I don't know. Life and podcasting, they're both so hard. I can't tell which is which anymore.
I know. It's going to be a challenge. That's a good take from the fullback there. Man, that was a collision.
Dufty.
He did well.
He's a brave little fella.
Yeah. Their for and against could become a problem. If they go 50-50 from here to the rest of the year, it'll definitely be a problem because most of the teams around them have better for and against records. So they need to, when they get in a position to put one on another team, they've really got to go with it and make them pay.
Yeah, they've got to put a few teams to the sword this year. There's Frizzell just killing people.
Yeah.
Speaking of killing people, how was that hitting the last game by Fafita on Lachlan Burr?
Oh, man. Okay, here's a question. Did you think he should have got 10 in the bin for it?
Nope.
I didn't think so either.
I thought penalty fair enough, but not 10 in the bin.
Yeah, I agree. Because if he had have got the ball, he was a decoy runner. If he got the ball, that's a fair tackle, I reckon.
Yep.
He just didn't happen to get the ball. It wasn't late.
Yeah, that was... Man... If I was a Sharks fan, I wouldn't be pissed off with the team for losing that game.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed off because of that decision, which swung the game in the Warriors' favour. They finally got to level the game there and then kick a field goal later on.
Yeah, I wonder what Josh Morris says about it.
We're checking that out later. John Morris, yeah. Because, boy, the Warriors were shit in that game.
They really were.
Right.
They had so much field
They
position.
must have had close to 3 times as many sets in the opposition half as the
Yeah.
Sharks did. And that's not exaggerating. There was a moment in the first half, they had 5 straight sets of 6 and did not come away with a single point. And when they got back-to-back sets in the start of the second half and didn't score a point, they went, you know what, let's just kick a penalty goal.
Yeah, and it was like they'd given up on trying to score a try.
Yeah.
It was very strange.
And it wasn't because the Sharks' defence was exquisite. It was good, obviously, because to keep on having to defend and keeping points out, you've got to be good. But
Yeah.
the Warriors' defence threw sweet bugger all at them, so it made them easy to defend against.
You know, the other thing that stood out in that game was how bad Sean Johnson was. Like, I think what they need to do, I don't understand why Townsend isn't just doing the majority of the playmaking and kicking, because when Sean Johnson takes over that role, and he seemed to take over that role a lot in this game, it's just too much for him. Like I would say to Sean Johnson, all I want you to do is run with the ball. I don't want you kicking, just run it.
Yeah,
Because I think that's too much for him when he's doing everything else.
I didn't mind him too much in this game. It was one of his better ones. I'm not saying that's great or anything, but I think he's one of those players that needs to be in a situation where a little bit of responsibility is on his head to try and get his head in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And too much of this season, when he has been on the field, Chad's been doing a lot of the hard work for him, so he's just had to sort of bludge a bit, and it's made him crappy.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that he has 1 or 2 games where he starts getting more involved and takes on more duties, because it sort of forces him to lift his game and pick it up a bit more.
Samuel reckons that Fafita got 10 in the bin for his reputation.
Probably.
Yeah. You know what I loved in that game? There was a couple of times where the two teams started grabbing each other's jerseys. He's missed it. He almost had a try. Is there going to be a penalty here for interference? No, that's what Maloney's wanting.
It bounced up perfectly for Maloney. He just ran past it and then went,
Yeah.
That's right, I was supposed to catch it.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Oh. Learn something new every day.
He's playing for the penalty instead of trying to catch the ball instead.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
We got a live chat on our YouTube page, hey?
Yeah, we do. What's going on there?
I'm trying to find out where it is so I can try and see it and answer people that are in the chat, but I can't find it. Not my app, anyway.
I just opened up another browser. Let's have a look.
Yeah, see, I'm worried that my computer's going to crap itself. I wonder if, because my computer, for those that don't know, my computer's starting to do some weirdo things.
Yeah, when Freaky got his PC, it was back in the days when the Hunter Mariners were being put forward as a team to join the Super League.
Well, you know what? I think I've had this. It's a little laptop. I think I've had it for about 3 years now, and it was $250 brand new when I got it, which tells you what type of specs it had. Panther's very close to the line. It's just needed to be able to send emails on it, basically, and it does exactly what I got it for. Not one thing more. I'm trying to find out where it is.
Well, it's telling me here that there's 3 people watching, and I dare say I'm one of them. So, thanks, Sam, for tuning in.
Yeah, and the other person.
Oh, it's up to 5.
Now we're cooking with fire. I guess more and more people will come on. So I thought you'd be able to set the title for it somehow. And
probably
I'm sure there's a way.
The 17 staff we usually employ for this job decided to go home because they'd said, you've always making us work 32 hours shifts, so we don't like it. No, fucking bloody unionised workforce. So I relented and let them go home, but they have to come back in 15 minutes time. So they get a 15-minute nap. You can't say I'm not a good boss.
Yeah, I mean 15 minutes is more than enough if you ask me.
It's more sleep than I get.
It's way more than you get. I like to go between like about 5 hours and a good like 12. Just depends. Okay, so now I'm going to try and find this chat so I can read our chat. People chatting away.
Now, I will say there was a record equal tonight
Mm-hmm.
in the game before this.
Yeah.
This is just for the people who are listening live now.
Yep.
The Sharks became equal first with the Bulldogs from, I think it was 1978, for teams that have scored more tries than their opponent and lost in a season.
Oh, wow.
Both sides have done it 4 times.
That's a terrible record to have. Jeez.
Yeah, that is a bad one. Oh. No, didn't get through. That's great commentary there. Oh, no.
Nah.
It's Nabel-like. Oh, kick-ass. Somehow got stopped by 3 players. How does that happen?
That was a good effort, yeah. Panthers looking ominous here. Little kick in. That's going to be a try by Naden.
Naden is in. That is a dead set try.
Yeah.
Here comes the Storm. It's going to be tons of tries coming now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to think, should I sit on the eastern side or the western side when we play the Storm in the grand final? I haven't made my mind up yet. Ooh. Oh, that's an effort try. Oh, that's fantastic. He beat Ravalawa to the ball. Very good stuff.
I'll get that out of the way because I'm thinking about opening up a little file here. Show you the magnificence of my data collection capers.
Okay.
You ready?
I like to collect all my data in my head.
I've told you about this file before.
Is that the Oh no, I'm thinking of the tool.
No, it's not that. No. You ready? Just hold
this. Wow, look at this.
See this here?
Yeah.
I can manipulate this to whoever I want. So pick a team on here. I'll show you what I'm going to look up, okay?
Okay.
Highest scores by Penrith.
Okay.
So I'll go over here, get their wins. We'll go over here to margins. Yeah. Actually, we'll get it against the Dragons. Why the hell not?
Yeah, biggest wins against Dragons.
We'll even do it against Illawarra and St. George.
So my guess is this is the entire website. Can you just email this to me in a file?
It's not look, the biggest margin's only 34. No, this is just some of the results. There we go. The two biggest victories that the Panthers ever had over St. George, Illawarra, or St. George Illawarra. It's 42-12 over the St. George Illawarra Dragons in 2000 and 36-2 over Illawarra in 1988.
Nice.
There you go.
I like the way it brings up both clubs.
Yeah. That's the shit I can do with that.
That's pretty impressive.
What else can I show you on here? So this is, now you know how this works.
Mm.
You can ask me all sorts of crap with it now.
That'll be great.
Check out the Panthers on Friday.
Yeah.
What's today's date?
It's the, let me see.
19th?
I think so. Let me have a look.
Oh, this is
19th of July.
This is their first ever game on Friday, the 19th of July.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So this is a record-breaking, we have men walking on the moon.
Oh, hang on, I may have this. I'll just check, I may have that wrong. No, it is. It's definitely the first game they've ever played on Friday, July 19.
How crazy is that?
That's their record on all games on Friday in July.
So they're gonna have a win in this one. New South Wales Rugby League, 1 year of Super League there. Fantastic.
There you go.
That's awesome. So, we should tell some people about how difficult it is to podcast, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's see. I'll go through my usual day as a podcaster.
Okay.
Should I be honest or continue with the charade?
Let's be honest.
Okay. I usually, at some point during the day, I'll check my DMs on Twitter.
Yeah.
And 2 things will happen. I'll either have a DM there from League Freak, or I won't. And if I've got one from League Freak, it means he beat me out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's had an idea.
Yeah.
So I go onto Twitter and I open up the direct message, and he'll have on there, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast in 10 minutes? And I reply, "Yeah, okay." So that's the preparation side done. I then hastily organise my recording studio, which is putting a few pillows around the microphone. And then I call him up, and then we press record.
Yeah.
It's hard work, this.
It really is. Mine's obviously a little bit different. Normally, I mean, I would say probably 85% of the time I wake up and I look at the clock and we've decided to start podcasting at 10:30 and it's like about 10 past 10. And so I'll message you and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm not on yet. I'll just make a coffee and I'll be on in 5." And so I'll make a coffee and then I jump on and then you say, "You ready to go?" And I go, "Yeah." That's all the prep we do.
Yeah. It's not the case for all of them. There's been a few where we've had to do a little bit of work, like interviewing other people or talking to them, and the ones that had history stuff in there. But that was only about, I don't know, for some of them, probably no more than half an hour worth of work.
Yeah, and it's really Oh, we got a question. Why change platform from Nadine? Just to see how we go on YouTube, Nadine.
Yeah, we're just checking everything out, getting the brand name out there.
Yeah, it's just seeing how it goes. Like we used to get, how many would we get? I think we got say 10 to 15 sometimes on Periscope. Oh, it's gonna be trying to Ravalawa, and he scores in the corner.
Makere Ravalawa.
I love his name. Hey, Ravalawa. And yeah, we're just testing it out because if we got like say 20 or 30 on YouTube, it's worth us to go on YouTube instead. So
Yeah.
that was a great try by Saints, Samuel. Caught him short out wide, and yeah, easy stuff in the corner.
That try has just locked him McGregor for another 2 years.
Yeah, just keep extending him.
Yeah, every time they score a try, he gets another 2 years.
It's a good try too.
Not as good as Brian Ta'u.
No.
There's no somersault there.
Exactly. He's not even done a 180 flip.
He's not even trying.
Ravalawa's been good for them, hey?
Yeah, he had a bit of a shocking sort of start where he was dropping a few balls and looked a bit like Manu Vadava on a bad day. But it only lasted about 2 or 3 weeks, and he really found his feet and come really good.
Straight between posts.
Did you watch that Eason Masters?
He's like, what is he trying to kick it over the goal mouth?
Yeah. What's going on there? I don't get this concept at all.
I wonder if James is listening. Hey, James was he retweeted the show earlier on, which was very nice of him.
Well, James would be in one of those big corporate boxes at Panthers, wouldn't he?
Yeah, probably sipping Chardonnay.
The high rolling elite that he hangs with, given he's running an entire magazine empire.
Yeah, he'd probably be there going like, yeah, I am. In fact, they probably don't even know his first name's James. They just think his first name is Mister.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And not because he's knighted, but just because he demands that much respect.
Exactly. He's just like, and I feel like he would be there in like a tracksuit, like an Inside Sport tracksuit, like how Greg Alexander was for New South Wales on NRL 360.
But also sporting a tie because he's got class.
Yeah.
Been matching Panthers tracksuit with a tie.
Man, this is a good set by the Saints. Making up big ground.
How are they going to choke at the end of this?
Exactly, yeah. 5th tackle just over the halfway line.
Got to be a crap
Vaughan
kick.
Plays it. Up it goes the muncher.
Kind of was a crap kick, but
he's dropped it. Edwards dropped it cold. This is a big chance here by the Dragons. I don't understand why they go up and they give them hugs and stuff when they drop the ball. Because whenever I was playing and someone would drop the ball, I'd just shake my head at them.
Yeah. I'd be walking up and just give him a slap across the face. How do you drop that? You're a fullback, and that's a sitter.
That is a sitter.
Quite
When you
literally.
walk up to him,
You were sitting.
he was the toughest problem. Wouldn't you just walk up to him and say, we should have kept DWZ?
Yeah.
Okay, they're packing the scrum now. About 12 metres out from the Panthers' line.
That Corey Norman throwing a dummy to no one and then getting caught.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a bit hopeless.
Some sleight of hand there by Norman.
Yeah, that tricked no one.
I didn't recognize... No, don't say that. Oh, man. Ooh. Like the phoenix, we're flying close to the sun.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Dragons 3 metres out. Norman swings out the back to Hunt. Who's that? Graham. Plods out
Hunt's
in the
not
middle.
playing. I thought Hunt's not playing.
Hmm?
Yeah, Hunt's not playing. He rested him. Oh, they're going out the back line, back on the inside to Frizzell. He's tackled now, 5 metres out from the Panthers' line. They go to the blind side.
That is a rubbish kick.
That's a terrible kick, but they've got a result from it. What is Maloney's complaining about something? That's how you know he's awake.
Yeah. I like Maloney being a traffic cop.
Yeah. Imagine if you become a referee.
There's James Graham complaining about something.
Yeah, James Graham's like that too. But James Graham does it from a different place. Hang on, he's calling someone in. He's calling the 2 captains in.
Yeah.
James Graham's coming over.
Essentially what the referee is saying, stop yapping in my ear. I'm the ref. Settle down. Get over there. Kick the fucking ball. Stop bitching at me all the fucking time. You.
Pretty much. And then Maloney's still going.
Yeah.
I love that was the 2 different styles of an Australian and a Pom. It's like the Pom runs over like, what's going on, mate? And then the Australian is just like, I'll just casually wander over because it seems like I'm not doing anything. You know? It's fantastic. A tale of 2 countries.
Yeah.
One's a sunburnt one, the other one's translucent. Okay, play the ball now. 15 metres out from the line. He puts one back on the inside.
Ravalawa.
Maybe I could be a main caller, hey?
Oh, no, I thought you already were.
No, I'm a colour commentator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I provide all of the other stuff. It's because I'm no good with names.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me?
The Dragons are choked on that set. They found a way to do it. It took a while, but they found a way to do it.
They choked so hard on that, even the dude from Liverpool was like, geez, I haven't seen gagging like that before. I don't even know what that means, Andrew. I just thought I'd put that out there. And a big hello to all them chicks from St. Helens. So...
What's it got 2 there for? What's going on?
One of my followers, Anna, I love her. She said, the poor ref dealing with James squared.
Nice.
Apparently, sometimes our stream drops out for a second or 2.
That's not our fault. Blame YouTube.
Yeah, Sam does that. Yeah, YouTube, it's a startup.
Yeah.
You know.
They're rookies. Give them a chance.
Yeah. We're ironing out the bugs on YouTube, hey? And we're doing that just by not doing anything and hoping it fixes itself.
It's yet another burden we have to bear as podcasters.
Oh, here's a break. Up the middle. I wonder at what point it becomes, like if there's someone from the NRL watching, right? There's obviously no vision of the game. But at what point do they say, nah, they're calling too much of this. We got to put the flag on them.
You know what? I think we're safe.
Yeah. They'll probably be like, this is doing more harm to them than good.
Yeah. Oh, the referee gets in the way.
Here we go. It's a break.
And gets lapped easy by, is that Cleary making the tackle?
Yeah, Cleary. Good. Oh, I don't think he was onside there.
He was a bit speedy out of dummy half there.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest running style I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that was
It was McInnes sort of running with high knees and high hands.
I like it when you see a player that has a different run style. Like, remember Brett Mullins, when he'd get in a clear, he had a very upright running style. It was very different.
Yeah.
I always like seeing something like that.
I'm just going to have a look at the stats.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Offload stats. Dragons
Yeah.
5, Panthers none.
Wow.
Total passes so far. Penrith 115, Dragons 64. So the Panthers are throwing it around. The Dragons are just plodding it up the middle.
It's interesting. What do you reckon about this game so far? Because I feel like the Panthers are pretty comfortable and they feel like they've got the wood on the Dragons. But at the same time, I feel like the Dragons they're almost playing desperation football. This is a Dragons team that is pretty much playing for, like, I mean, not their season. I think their season's over, but they're playing like their season's on the line.
Yeah.
Whereas the Panthers, I feel like, are a team that they kind of are pretty confident. They know that if they just do their job, they're going to get the win here.
Oh.
But I am biased. Oh,
He'd never run up that fast out of the line. I think that was Norman.
Isaiah Yao plays the ball. It's interesting how much better the Panthers are playing, hey, than they were earlier this year.
Yeah, they're playing with a little bit of confidence, and their structures just seem to clicking a bit better. That's a nice ball.
Oh, they're in. Nice.
Are they going to award it?
Are they going to... Not forward.
No. Oh.
Unlucky.
That's not forward.
Unlucky. I didn't see the forward pass there, hey. Did not see the forward pass. Let's have a look here.
Kickout never does anything wrong. How can I say this is forward? That looks fine. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, that one there.
That's perfectly fine. Play on.
I agree with you, Andrew. We've been robbed. Not a bad crowd there at the foot of the mountains tonight, playing a rubbish team, and it's freezing cold. Obviously, I'm here in Penrith in another one of these soundproof corporate boxes that they give to Fluffy Hoodie Studios. I think that was a fine pass. Yeah, you're right. There was nothing wrong with that.
Let's see what the touchy does. Oh, he didn't put his flag up.
He stopped though. When they stop, that means that they think that something's not right.
Well, he's got no idea.
Why did they stop putting the flag up? I guess the flag indicates you've gone out.
Well, as we know, when you start putting hands in the air,
well, yeah,
that's the concern. You see, is that touchies were putting their flags up and putting their hand in the air, and the people couldn't see them.
Going visible. Here we go. Oh, see a runaway try.
No.
Oh, ankle tap.
That was a gorgeous ankle tap.
That was. They're going wide now. Oh, that's a try. That's a good try by the Dragons.
Too easy.
That was too easy. They carved them up right up the middle.
They just travelled 300 metres in 15 seconds there and scored a great try through the middle. What was this by the ref?
What's he look at? What's that little little hand gesture he did?
It's the upside down John Cena hand signal.
That's hilarious.
He's got the
inverted Cena.
That's an inverted Cena. You can see me.
Yeah, you can. Maybe that's what he's saying. Maybe he's saying there was a player, he ran around the back of them, but their hands were in the air, so we can see them.
That's exactly what it was.
And the Porto says try.
Begrudgingly, it says try.
Yeah. It's a good effort. That was a good try.
It's
straight up the guts, as you said.
10-0 with a kick to come right in front. Corey Norman should nail that. He should ice that.
He really should.
Should throw it over. Yeah, that was all too easy. Do you think I was going to say, do you think they're playing for the coach tonight? The Dragons?
That's a good question.
I'm trying to think of some good cliches that we can come up with.
Yeah. What's another good one? Josh Kerr, like his brother Wayne. Thanks. We're interested to see how many. Oh yeah, that's a fucking tweet I sent earlier. Somebody like.
That was the starting block.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I've been struggling this week, mate.
Why? What with?
Well, starting block haven't been on air.
Yeah, I felt like listless and like I had no direction in my life. It wasn't good.
I've been struggling for entertainment, for enrichment,
Yep. Enlightenment.
enlightenment, disestablishment. I'm just thinking of other long words that I know.
Yeah. Discombobulated. My favorite palindrome. Race car.
That's a good one.
Offengowie.
No, Eddinghausen.
Yeah. Definitely
Do you
Eddinghausen.
say it with the S silent in the middle, or do you leave the S silent?
Eddingshausen. I say Eddinghausen.
I remember once hearing an English commentator try and pronounce it, and I think he called him Eddingshausen.
Eddingshausen. That's pretty funny.
It made it sound very German. Eddingshausen.
I always remember Eddie Hemmings saying, Matautia.
English commentators.
It's just a shame that like Ray French doesn't get a chance to call Warriors games. Can you imagine him trying to call the Warriors players' names? That'd be interesting. And I'm not nothing against Ray French, but I just can't imagine his dulcet tones calling Warriors players.
That's only just gone dead. Yeah, I think that's also a reason why the Warriors don't play on Friday night, so that Ray Warren doesn't have to try and pronounce the names.
Most likely, hey.
He's getting tangled up with Cameron Smith's names these days. He just calls him Cam
Smith.
now.
Cam Smith.
Great work from Cam.
Come on, Panthers, don't let me down on Friday night live stream. Got to beat these bastards. I helped promote the petition today on my website to get the coach sacked.
Yeah, tell you what, if the Dragons win, we'll be taking that petition down and demanding he stays.
I reckon. They're up by 2 right now. Tell you what, Penrith deserves a brand new stadium.
There's world top 20 player Kickout taking a run.
Kickout. Did I have Kickout in my top 20? I can't remember.
Nah.
That's right. We'll do that. We'll do that as an ebb. That's a try.
Did he get that down?
Yeah, it was a good effort by Ravalawa. And but he still scored. I've got to try. Just take another look at it because it was that damn good. He's starting to find his feet in first grade.
Yeah, said he scored a try. I just want to have a look at that Oporto screen again.
The Porto bunker.
Well, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there, but I think he gets around. Like, yeah, let's just stop him where physics wouldn't stop him. And there it is, the try there.
Where?
Clear as day.
Just
see it. You saw it. You saw it.
We're just looking at Ravalawa's ball sec while he was putting the ball down.
I missed that.
You'll get another chance right here.
Okay, let's have a look here.
Yeah, we're not going to see anything looking at his back.
Nah. It's almost as though he has his arms carry the ball on the front side of his body, not the back. There it is. Touch the ground. Why are they looking at this? Ravalawa with the fucking leg spread. What the hell, man?
Yeah, he's loving this.
He's gone a double-sided, what was a face out of Basic Instinct.
Well, you can't
Sharon
see if the
Stone.
ball's down here.
You could. It was plain as day. Don't give me that shit. He scored.
It's still in the air there.
No, the ball, he got it down. I saw it before.
They're going to overturn this.
Stop it. It was a try, clear as day. There's not enough there to overturn the referee's decision. He was right there. Perfect position. Look at him.
And yet he didn't know. It's not down, man.
It was down.
No?
Look, there's grass stains on the ball. Look at it. It's got a green part.
Yeah, but that's from the grass that he picked up. Oporto.
No. Try. The Oporto scoreboard says try.
That's, I reckon if the referee had to send that up as no try, it would have come up as no try on the screen. Which shows to me the stupidity of having the referee say try or no try before he sends it upstairs.
Yeah, you really don't like it, do you?
No, what they should do is what the first system they had. You call for the video ref, and then you say fucking nothing and let the video ref have his decision. If he can't figure it out for himself, send it back to the on-field ref and he can decide then.
Yeah,
But when you stand up with that bias, this is one of those ones. If he had said no try, I don't think that video ref was convinced that that was down. And so he would have just gone, well, I've got to go with the on-field referee's decision and say no try.
Yeah.
And that's where it's wrong. See, I'd be more happy with it if he just went up to the video ref comes back and says, we don't know, we can't see, so it's back to you, ref. And the ref goes, okay, I think it's a try. That's fine by me. I know it seems weird because we're talking pissy shit here because it was given a try anyway. But it's those ones where they get awarded as no try and the video ref can't determine whether it was or not. And so he has to go with the on-field decision.
So I kind of like the system they've got now, but I would also, if they scrap the video ref, I wouldn't have any problems with it. I like human. I like the mistakes. I like the humanity of the game.
I think what they need to do, and this is a bold idea.
Yep.
I've just spent a good part of 33 almost seconds thinking this up. Preparation.
Yep.
They should relocate the bunker to my study. And I'll decide based on who I've tipped and which teams I like and don't like.
Could you imagine if they did that and you have Carpal and you're like, shit, I don't know.
Right.
You just send it straight back to the ref.
Every time Parramatta plays the West Tigers, I'll be pressing the button to the referee saying, we need to have a look at this just so I can deny every try.
I was a little kicking behind the line by Cleary. That's another kick again by Cleary. Sit up, you bastard. Oh, and it's cleaned up. Cleary. Is there any doubt that he's the best player in the game under the age of 30?
No. He's put out some goods there.
Yeah, that was interesting.
He's shaped to do a chip over the top and then grub it low and then towed it ahead again for himself, and it's sat up nicely in goal. And then follows through and plows Dufty in over the dead ball line.
What's going on here? Was there something that happened, or because they seem like they're all still in the dead in goal area? That was kind of weird. Did we miss something in the play then? Did they?
They just
it's half time.
They just decided to wind the clock down.
Well, interesting first half. What do you make of that?
Penrith have thrown away an opportunity to score plenty of points because they got that first try and just sort of went, yeah, we don't have to work so hard. And then got the second try not working too hard and went, yeah, this is too easy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They let the Dragons back in.
Yep, I agree 100%. And I think it's going to be a good game, this one. It's weird because I still favour the Panthers, but I think the Dragons are going to make them work for it.
I think Cleary's going to do his usual rip into them at half time.
Yeah.
Because he's an aggressive coach like that.
Yeah.
So this is what he's going to say, okay? Let me just clear my throat because it's going to get quite aggressive.
Okay.
Okay, boys, look, I think we need to work a bit harder there. We sort of let them back into the game a bit there. We need to really make sure that when we get close to the line, we put the points on the board, and we need to make sure we get away with a win here. Now, get out and have a good second half. Love you, Nathan.
I don't think he's ever been that animated.
Okay, maybe I like you, Nathan.
Yeah. Oh, Nathan. Oh, here's my boy. He's my boy.
It's my boy. He came from my loins, if you know what I mean.
What I'm saying is, I got an erection at... No, you won't go into that much detail.
So, you know how this works.
That's just going to be his halftime speech. He's going to be like, they're going to walk in. And there's just going to be a diagram on the wall. And they're going to be... And like Nathan sits down and goes, oh, no, not again. He's not going to do this. And he's going to go, this is how I made my boy.
That's him over there. How you doing, boy? Give him a wink.
It's like, how old's Nathan? Nathan's 23. I can't do the math, but he's like, back in 1996, Oh, that's all I got.
I had a good game against the Warriors, and Nathan's mum, she gave me that look, and I went, "Oh, I'm in here." 20 years later, you've got yourself a halfback.
Okay, I reckon, right? I reckon if you counted back, I might be wrong about this, but I reckon if you counted back, you'd find it was the year that he dislocated his hip and he was up in bed most of the time.
Oh,
Remember that year where he dislocated his hip?
yeah.
That was a bad injury. That was a terrible injury.
Let's have a look. We need
Bet it was
we need to analyze this lewd joke.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is this the first time anyone's done research on a joke? It's pretty comprehensive.
No, it wasn't the hip injury year.
Okay. Damn.
Because I think he got that in '99.
Oh, was that late, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was earlier than that. I thought it was about 90. I thought it was about 96, 97. But I must be wrong then.
No, he played 90 in '95. He played all 22 games. In '96, he played all 22. In '97, he played 23, which would have been all the games because they played in the finals. And in '98, he played 27 games, so I don't think he missed one there either.
Wow.
In '99, he played 9 games. In 2000, he played 5.
Yeah, because I mean that injury is it does, even if you do it now, it's like it's terrible.
Well, you've only got to look at what it did to Chris Lawrence's career.
Yeah.
You know, he couldn't move laterally anywhere near fast enough anymore and had to move into the forwards.
So I'm looking up Ivan Cleary hip dislocation. Let's see what comes up. There's got to be some sort of news story about it. Lawrence in limbo after dislocation.
Maybe it was at the start of his career, like the first year or two.
No, see, I don't think it was. I feel like it was in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. Action, rep jerseys on the line. Chases more successful after hat trick in Walker's first NRL game. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, but that's all my what's it called, research time for this year. Yeah, the whole podcast.
You've maxed out.
Yeah, I exceeded it just then. So I'm going to post on Twitter. Listen to us live. Listen to Fergo and the Freak.
Yeah.
Fergo.
Now, what we should do, because we've forgotten to do this the last 2 times, have we had any emails?
Oh yeah, let me have a look once I've sent this. I'll have a look at the emails because we do have emails. We got one from Samuel, and so I will get that up when and that's what she said when I've sent this. Paste, and then I tweet that out to the followers. Okay, let's have a look here. Open up my browser. Hopefully this doesn't kill everything. Okay.
Putting the pressure on your system there.
Yeah.
How is Windows 95, by the way? Is it still functioning?
It's good. Yeah. It's the way of the future.
Yeah.
I love looking at websites like the Dancing Baby, and then also Dancing Jesus. Okay, log in to the old email. Let me just put in my password. Baloney1. Okay, we're opening it up now.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Look at Brady. He's just turned his back entirely to Shervington. He's given him the entire back.
Brushed him. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, that's one from you. This one. Let's see what this one is here. Okay, so that someone must advertise. Okay, so Samuel, right? Okay, so this is from Samuel Bayliss.
Ah, yes.
Otherwise known as Bartram13.
Absolute legend.
He is. He's a great man. He said, "Hi guys, with the talk of Titans moving to Brisbane and merged teams already splitting home games, do you think split relocation can work? For example, Roosters' first half season in Sydney, then second half moved to Adelaide, or a similar situation with Cronulla and Perth. Players would be compensated for the move, or is the distance too great? Loving the show, guys. Sam. So what do you reckon about that, a 50-50 split with relocation?
Okay, well, first of all, Perth needs its own team. Shouldn't have
Yes.
shouldn't have a relocated Sydney team.
I agree.
I don't care which team it is. I wouldn't be relocating any Sydney teams because new areas need their own mob to get behind.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get passionate about a new team that's come to your area when they're not even representing you. They're representing some part in Sydney on the other side of the country. So, yeah, I'd be keen on Western Australia having its very own team all its own. The reason why the Gold Coast move works is because it's not that far a move. Like the Roosters being in half Sydney, half Adelaide is a big move, whereas going from the Gold Coast to South Brisbane, it's an hour's drive, hour and a half?
Yeah, well, as we described it yesterday, it's kind of like Wollongong to Sydney with the Dragons. It's very similar to that.
Yeah.
So, it's very. I mean, I don't even know if it's an hour and a half. I feel like it's maybe an hour.
Well, you need to drive on some of those Brisbane roads with all those morons that drive on the roads up there with their road rage.
Oh yeah, I have. Don't worry about it.
It can make it about an hour and a half trying to evade all the people trying to bash one another, getting equipment out of their boot and whatnot.
I drove over that big bridge that's in Brisbane. What's it? Do you know the name of that one?
The Story Bridge?
I don't know the name of it. It was a really tall one.
Yeah.
It was right on the coast.
Yeah, no idea. Maybe that's the only one I know of, Story Bridge.
Okay. All I know is that there's not much in Brisbane that's worth looking at outside of Wally Lewis's statue.
Yes. What was the other statue? The soon to be erected Mitchell Pearce statue.
Yeah, which we're going to erect outside of the when they redo ANZ Stadium to be a rectangular stadium.
Yeah.
They're going to call it. I think they should call it Mitchell Pearce Memorial Stadium.
I think they should name one end the Pearce stand. Just don't have Origin there and let Queenslanders in there, because we saw what happened when they get a bit excited.
Yeah.
And think that the seats are potties.
How about? Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Hey.
So we can't have them in the Pearce stand. They might get the wrong idea.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that was a good email. I think I did all the work for you there.
Yeah, you did pretty much.
But that's fine, because you did all the work getting the email, so that's good.
Yeah,
50-50.
I did log in. Let me just move that little screen there so I can go.
Look at this sick man. He's eating pickles on a burger in Australia.
I've got no problems with it. I enjoy pickles.
They taste like shit.
Okay, let's go to David Kingston.
Dave. How you going, Dave?
Yes. Okay. All right. So I can't remember reading this, but apparently I did. This is from David, and he says, "Hi guys, I'm a large consumer of rugby league podcasts and stumbled across yours. I enjoyed the content where you focus on rugby league, not so much when you get esoteric." Actually, I remember reading this.
Yeah, esoteric.
Yeah.
We don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
We'll take that as an insult.
Yeah, imagine it's like, in 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he says, "Now you're using words I don't understand. Watch your mouth." Okay, here's one from Nadine from about 3 weeks ago. Men's tennis, namely the Frogs, that are Nick Kyrgios and Bernard Tomic, and how about his fine for essentially tanking the game? These are just topics she's tossing up for us.
Okay.
People you'd have around for a beer, dead or alive. Yeah, I'd probably go with mostly dead.
Yeah, that way you get all the beer for yourself.
Yeah. Who would you have around for a beer, dead or alive, in the whole history?
Oh. See, I'm going to have to be nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
So I get Ernie Christensen, who was the rugby league reporter in the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And probably also Harry Sunderland.
Okay.
And I wouldn't mind, purely because he was a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
Wasn't very well liked. Alexander Knox, who was the the North Sydney Bears delegate at the New South Wales Rugby League, and he was just a massive shit stirrer, really.
Okay.
So I'd like to hear him whinging about shit for a while. I reckon that'd be interesting.
See, I would like to have a beer with Jesus. I'd be like, listen, crack one open, Jesus. I've got a question for you.
But the problem is, he'd be all preachy to you.
Well, I'd just say, listen, is Izzy right? You can be honest, man.
Although,
it's just me.
If you got him onto the rum loosens humans up in a way that nothing else ever has.
All right.
And it'll either makes them lovers or killers. And I reckon he'll swing the evil way, because if he's a lover when he's sober, then he's going to bring out the evil side when he gets on a bit too much Bundy in him.
Wow, that got dark quickly. Let's move on to the next topic she put. Best hair in the NRL.
Ooh.
It's got to be Gutherson, I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. He's got to
Actually, you know what? No. It's Des Hasler.
When it was longer.
I don't know. I think he's still got some lush hair right now. Like, it's rude how much hair he has for a coach.
We're missing one. That's Trent Barrett.
Ooh.
He has some gorgeous hair. I mean, he's got to have something good about him.
And his eyeliner is always on point.
Sexy eyes.
Here's another one. Why does Fox persist with pairing Braithen Astor and Blocker Roach together? My ears constantly bleed.
Oh, look, you got to realise that Braithen Astor, the problem with Braithen Astor in the eyes of fans is people think he's supposed to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
But he's a deadpan comedy act. That's his purpose.
He's just all satire.
Yeah, he's just trolling.
Yeah.
He's intentionally being like that.
Exactly.
Blocker's confusing. He's stuck between being Northern English and being old, and he doesn't know which way to go. So he uses rhyming slang from stuff from the 1940s, and he thinks it's still relevant. Talking about Vera Lynn instead of his chin.
Yeah.
Like, people who are under the age of 80 don't know who Vera Lynn is.
No.
Or what Vera Lynn was. And the whole notion of rhyming slang is, at times, ridiculous, because instead of saying shoulder, he says two words. Rocky Boulder.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah. It's like saying, Corey Norman loves eating Carmichael Hunt. You don't need to say that many words to get the point across.
The magnificence of the Australian vernacular is its ability to shorten words that shouldn't be shortened. And here's the person who's Australian, who's making it longer than it needs to be. It goes against the complete flow of what the Australian language is all about.
Yeah. We're laconic, just like the Spartans, Lacedaemonians.
That's it. Man, we've pulled out some terms right here.
Yeah.
Let's bring the tone back to where it should be. Is there any other comments there?
Well, the game's kicked off again, so I thought we'd get back to the game. We've got another one there by Samuel, but I reckon we save that for our next live show.
Okay, we'll do that.
It's got some good questions there for us to answer. So, Panthers, 25 metres out from our own line, right in front of the goal mouth, and up 16-12 on the back of that to-oh try.
Now it's saying on the YouTube that we've got two people watching, and I know that I'm one of them.
Wow! So we're doing better than I expected.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a way that you can set the the name of your broadcast. Hey.
Yeah. What could we change it to? Donald Trump has sex live on YouTube. That'll get the viewers in.
And I would put in like NRL live spoken word commentary.
Dylan Napa sex video.
Fisting, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. That's kind of where we have to go with it.
Yeah. I think that's what the people want, actually.
SEO experts here.
Yeah. Along with everything else experts.
What we need to do also is talk with the NRL,
Mm-hmm.
because on their homepage, they've got on there all the ways that you can consume this game.
Oh,
You
really?
can listen live. You can watch on Channel 9, on Foxtel, through the NRL Live Pass, on KO Sports. And it also needs the Fergo and the Freak podcast logo on there.
I reckon. Like, we're doing a service to the game.
Because there's actually one person out there who's not watching it. They're watching us. And
Exactly.
that one is vital to ratings. So they need to
Oh,
put us on there.
right. Yeah.
We're plugging that one viewer gap that they're missing out on.
So here we go. So we've got the Panthers attacking the line now. And, Kickout's almost taken 15 of them over the line. He's so strong. Oh. Okay, gets up, plays the ball, one sock around his ankle. They've got some numbers here. They're going to score. And you know what? That's from Kickout's run.
Yeah.
He literally drew in 5 defenders. And then he scores to who was that, number 16?
Now,
referee.
I just want to say, how good was that? He was in the motion of doing the video referee sign, and as he's about to come in to do the hands together at the bottom part to complete the TV box, the ball just landed in his hands seamlessly.
Imagine if Edwards could catch a ball like that. So what are they looking at? He said no try.
They just want to watch it again.
No wonder.
Did he say no try? Or is he going to say obstruction there?
Why is that no try? Can you?
Obstruction.
Is it because he ran through and
look at the first decoy runner?
Okay, now
that's going to be there. But the thing is, the play went beyond them, so the defender wasn't going to be involved anyway. So that should not be classified as obstruction.
I agree. I would normally not agree, but it's my team, and I agree.
The prop forward there for Penrith received the ball and did not take advantage of the gap created by the decoy runner taking out the Dragons defender.
Yeah,
so to me, that should just be play on.
Yeah, I agree. That's a common sense one if they allow that one. We've gone to the Porto screen and the video referee says try. Yeah. Brought to you by Porto. I'm coming.
You know, when Porto finally does come on board with us, we're going to have to send them a bill for all the work we've done for them already.
Do you reckon Porto does get in touch with this and they say, listen, about what you've been saying, we kind of want to go in a different direction?
Stiff.
then it's like it's something even worse. It's like a Porto. I'm about to bust.
If they tell us that, I'd be shattered. I'd end up having to start promoting KFC instead.
Tell you what, whoever we do end up promoting, aren't they going to get a lot of promotion, hey? Like, they're going to be so lucky.
Shit, yeah. Just to let people know while we're between tries here, we've got a little slideshow going on there on the video.
Yeah.
Every second panel will just be your sponsor name on there.
Yeah, every second one.
No mockery. Just be whatever advertising stuff you want to send us. We'll just put it on there in whole. There'll be links everywhere.
Anything you want. There's a line obviously you can't cross, otherwise you sell out. We'll walk right over that line like it doesn't exist, man. We'll trot over it and be like, oh, did you see that? That was so easy.
Yeah, we'll even get to the point where about a week later we'll be going, where did that line go?
Yeah. I think we left it 16 miles behind us.
Yeah, just keep going. Man, there's a disco going on in the background there. Have you been to that?
No, I haven't. I'm very much, I'm weird. I go to the football. When I turn up, right, I grab my beers.
Oh, good.
And I like to grab some chips or something. Nothing special, just chips. And then I sit in the seat and I basically don't leave that seat for 2 hours. And then I get other people to get me food and drinks from that point on.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've got staff for that, so that's what they should do.
Yeah. And obviously when I say seat, I mean in like the corporate box, the Fuzzy Goody Studios corporate box.
Yeah. We're going for 40-20.
Yeah, he was right on the line there. That'll be a good 40-20 if he gets it. It's Stadium Field. Dufty slides in, grabs the ball. A little bit elaborate, not really needed.
He didn't hunt the sideline hard enough there. Plays the ball, Norman dishes it off there. This looks like it's going to be one of those sets where the Dragons are pinning their own half and it's just going to be wingers and centres hitting the ball up.
Yeah, where's Ravalawa?
There
Here
he
he
is.
is. I called it. All the wingers should be Fijian.
Yep. Oh, the centre's taking a run this time,
Yeah, not
and
bad. He
he's
stayed
he's
on his feet. That's
he's
pretty good.
fighting. He's fighting just to stand up. He's not actually fighting to go anywhere.
No.
That's a good run.
Oh, nice run by the Roosters forward.
Yeah. From Wales.
From Wales. That is so silly. Okay, here we go. Edwards picks it up cleanly, beats
Hold,
one,
hold,
doesn't beat the second man.
hold the ball,
Spends
mate.
in the tack.
Oh, good, he did hold the ball.
It was
Mansell goes
nice.
for a run.
Mansour backs into the tackle, still
been-
fighting to play the ball.
Panthers are not afraid to throw the ball around. It's a bit of Griffin ball coming in.
Yeah, it's they look a little bit better in the second half, don't they?
Yeah, they look like they've been. I think that rev up that Ivan Cleary gave in half time,
Yeah.
that struck home.
He got above a whisper there.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got a
This is
big
too
overlap here. Holy crap. How big's the overlap?
Don't mate. Oh, he's got the Benji Marshall flick. Only Benji
Oh,
Marshall can do that.
Only Benji Marshall can do it, as you say.
Maiden.
Didn't have to get that clever. Got an
Nah.
Eskimo in the background.
Yeah, what's going on? It's only Penrith. Look at the work by Kiko. He's just looking at Ravalawa going, I need to run over him. I need to destroy him.
Oh, you know what? I think that was a pretty good pass. I think that it was Mansour. He just...
It was too high. Mansell was expecting a normal ball, not a flick ball.
He wanted it right in the guts.
Yeah. As everyone does. You can't catch with your ears.
No.
Oh, now
And there's
Maiden's
a
giving away a penalty, so he's thrown the ball away now. He's giving away a penalty. That's a brain.
Boston Frizzell, because he's taking the quick tap.
Yeah, as he does. That's a 30-second brain snap moment there by Naden.
Yep.
He just went a little bit Sam Burgess there.
Here we go. Panthers going to end up defending their own line at the end of this set. This is going to be interesting to see if they can keep it together.
Yeah. Come on, kick out. Do some hands in the air. Nah, damn. All right, Dragons 22 metres out.
Down by 10.
A crash ball 22 metres out. Only Mary McGregor would say that was part of the plan.
Yeah.
And it did nothing.
1.
Now they're spreading it on the short side where they're
Oh, that
completely
was
outnumbered.
Beautiful ball and all tackle there by Sauce.
Yes. Sauce was all over that.
So they're spreading the ball. Ball.
Oh,
Ooh.
is that Laffey drops that cold? Or Aiken? Laffey.
Was it? Yeah. It's good defence there by the Panthers. Got up in their face.
Yeah, Brian Tu'u came in and made the tackle.
Oh. I can't believe that Hunt is being rested because of Origin.
Yeah. He was feeling a bit emotional.
We'll just say Hunt walks in, right? And he sits down in the office. He says, man, I'm not sure about this week. I'm feeling a bit worn out. I'm feeling a bit emotional. Don't you just say to him, that's what the money's for?
That's when you say to him, okay, find another club.
Yeah. And that's when he says back to Paul McGregor, that's not what I'll be doing, Paulie boy. It's cheaper to pay you out than me, son.
Yeah.
It's got to be weird for coaches that they're dealing with players that are earning way more than them, hey?
Yeah.
I remember Phil Gould saying that he believes that coaches should earn as much as the highest paid player at a club. And almost broke through. Of course, he was a coach back then when he said that. Funnily enough.
Yeah, there was some bad news for the Broncos today.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Darius Boyd has announced that he will be playing next year, and he's probably even looking at playing in 2021.
Wow. Did he really say that today?
That's on the NRL website.
Wow. That's terrifying.
Boyd, who turned 32 on Wednesday, is aware of the speculation surrounding his future, but does not get bogged down in what is written about him. Reinvigorated by his new role. Oh yeah, 5/8.
Yeah.
Boyd joked he might, quote, play for another 5 or 6 years.
Ah, really?
On a serious note, he was asked whether he would be taking up his player option for 2021, and he said, it would be more of a mental thing than anything. Body-wise, it is fine. This week I feel great, but last week I felt terrible after the game. I was really sore and bumped around, and the 90 minutes really took it out of me. I think most players say that when they do retire, it is when you wake up and you can't keep putting in the same efforts on all the time. This is the problem with Darius, is when he starts talking, you can't shut him up.
Yeah. And I also like it. He could have dead set said that about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because he's done. He's so done.
So he's saying, my body feels good from a physical point of view, but it is probably backing up and all that type of stuff that gets harder and harder. I've noticed that over the last year or two, but it is one of those things that you take year by year.
That's a try by. It's my boy. It's my boy. Right in the under the goal mouth, eh?
Yeah, that pep talk.
Yeah.
That pep chat about back in 1997.
Pause. Excited about the try. Panthers, stand up, flags up.
Yeah.
This little dink in behind, and just beautiful stuff. He's a bloody good player. People give him shit, man, but I tell you what, I'm comfortable with how much they're paying him. I'm comfortable with having a 23-year-old halfback that's got Origin winning experience.
How old?
23.
He's not that old.
I thought I wrote he was 23. No, he's only 21, isn't he?
Yeah, he turns 22 in November this year.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what's it called? The team we did last night, which was pretty fucking incredible. That's another episode. Let's not burn that right now.
Yeah, no, we'll leave that one. Because, we don't want to waste that on...
What, on the people listening to us? Is that what you were going to say, Andrew?
No, I was going to say, on this epically small number of viewers we have.
Oh, man. Nathan Cleary.
To that one other person that's listening, leave a comment.
Please.
I'm not even going to be kind. Just leave a comment.
Just leave one.
No one's leaving any comments.
I can't wait until Nathan Cleary takes over Crocker and people can be like, oh, finally a proper first grader has the point scoring record. Not a fan of Crocker, hey.
Let's see how far. Yeah, I am slightly dying here again.
It's all right. You'll be good. You had a good run.
Yeah. I'll be right. It's hard work podcasting.
It really is. All of the hours and hours and hours. And as I said to James Smith earlier today, people don't understand how important lighting is in a podcast.
Yeah, I'm struggling because of the lighting in this room.
Yeah, it's the harsh lights.
Well, I got those 40-watt ones, the energy saver ones.
Yeah.
They're about 3 watts too dim. But you can't find a 43-watt, energy saver light bulb anywhere. So, what do you do?
And the next one up, it makes your whole room that you put them in makes it look like you're about to do surgery. It's so bright.
That's right. It's there's no middle ground.
No.
So, I found a bloke who's in Kazakhstan who reckons he can make them at 43.5. That's the lowest he can get it.
Oh, nice.
So, I'm hoping he delivers it next week.
Oh, Dufty's knocked it on.
Dufty's duffed it.
Man, Kickout nearly killed about 3 people diving on the ball.
Oh, there's points here.
They should score here.
That's easy.
Oh, beautiful.
Here comes the runaway. I did call it.
You did. You called it. Oh, no, it's not Edwards. It's, what's his name? Naden.
Yeah.
What are they looking at? Did he give it? Try. Yeah, they gave it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to fuck up the Dragons here. Hey, this is where, right, because I'm an SEO expert, what I do is I retweet the petition that I put on my website.
Oh yes, now's a good time for that.
Yeah, you gotta pick your times, you know.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Where are you? Where are you? Where? I'm getting so many replies to tweets and stuff lately. Hey.
Yeah, you struck a chord with the article about Mary,
Mm-hmm.
and boy oh boy, this dragon side, they should not be performing this badly. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah. It's funny. Somebody just tweeted how Paul McGregor said earlier in the week that he feels like they can still win the competition. It's like I don't think so.
Nope. I do also like the fact that Mary came out and he demanded everyone blames him.
Yeah, which I didn't know anybody that wasn't blaming him. Hey.
Yeah, so I'm gonna blame Mary for a lot of things. I'm gonna blame
Yep.
Mary for the flu that I have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna blame him for the fact that my mobile phone is only charged up to 47%.
That's an issue.
I'm gonna blame him for the fact that the tissue box that's sitting on my desk
Mm-hmm.
has been poorly glued together on one end.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I take a tissue out, 2 or 3 fall out the side of the box.
Oh, that's a problem.
That's time consuming because I've got to rearrange it and get it back in the box so the method from the top of the box works properly.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, McGregor. What's
So,
going on here? They're offside from the kickoff, are they?
are they really terrible?
What's
So
going on?
I don't go the old tissue box in the computer room. I go the paper towel. I find that it's good picking up spills and stuff like that. You know,
Oh, they're just
some of
kicking off
some of
again.
them handy ultra wipes.
Wet ones?
Yeah, sometimes. Okay, so they just had to redo the kick. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why can't they just? Even the Dragons are failing at kickoffs. So what are they saying? They're saying
Oh, no,
what happened?
the referee disappeared. He had both hands in the air.
That's true. I thought that there was a glitch in the system then. How many do you reckon's there at Panthers? I reckon that's a crowd of around about 15,500, I'm going to say. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm going to say 13.
I was going to say 14,271.
Okay, I'm going to say 13,703.
Let's write that down.
Yeah, write it down.
14,271. And you had
13,703.
all right. There's only let's see. There's only 568 between our two numbers there.
Yeah, pretty close. And the loser has to pay all of the expenses on the podcast for the next month, which is thousands.
Yeah. Wow.
I was actually thinking about that today. I forget whose turn it is. Hey, I hope you remember.
It was yours.
Okay.
It was yours,
right.
It was yours, but I'd already done it.
Okay. So I've got to do next month and then month after. Is that how we're doing it?
I care.
I know we're pretty easy going. It's yeah. I'll forward that $15,000 over.
Send that to accounts receivable.
Yeah. I'll get the get one of the interns to do it.
Yeah.
But one of them was looking at me just then. Hey, eyes down. Yeah, you don't look at me. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, the last one who did that didn't manage to see sunlight ever again.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, rest.
Yeah.
We don't care about the peace part. They made their bed. They got to lie in it.
Just rest. Imagine saying that at a funeral. It's like you just go, rest. Everyone's waiting for you to say peace. You just walk off.
Rest in your dirt bed. Oh, Christ.
Oh, what a hit.
Ravalawa.
He's looking for more. He's come off his wing and left a gap.
It just there's a one-on-one strip. Ravalawa just hit so hard in that tackle. It looked like a shopping trolley hitting an old woman.
Oh shit! I can't think of that. What hilarious. Oh, jeez. Okay, so they must have said there was two in that tackle because the Panthers have the ball back. And if they, I tell you
And
what,
had a
if they
penalty.
can you,
They'll
if
put
they,
another one
okay,
on here.
here's a question for you, Andrew. If the Panthers put up 40, he's got to go, right?
Oh man, Dufty got
Yeah,
spanked. Yeah, they're gonna put up 40 here easy. They're
I
chasing.
think so
They're
too.
chasing 50 in this.
They got their tails up. Oh,
Oh,
that
that
was a
was
good
close.
tackle. But like McGregor has to go, right? Before the weekend's out.
How do they do it though? I mean, he's got 2.5 years left to go.
I think they what happened with the Bulldogs and Hasler? Did they have to pay him out his
Yeah,
contract?
yeah, they did.
Well, they're just going to have to eat his contract because this is terrible.
There it is.
Oh,
How
that's
easy was
easy.
that?
And that was just look. Freddie Mercury scores. It's
Maloney
right
just
next.
turned up and said, "Here's a platter. Let me just clean it first. I've got the time." He cleans the platter. He looks at it and he goes, "It's a bit streaky. Bit more spit shine on there." Puts the ball on there. Casually hands it to Campbell Gillard. He looks at it and says, "Okay, I wanted the soup first, but I'll take the ball," and just falls over the line. Had enough time to sing a song to it, or was this going over?
That was deep. Wow, that's
The only line of defence there was the padding on the goalpost, and he had to step it.
yeah.
That was the only thing he had to step. There was nothing else in his way.
Maloney's such a calm head, isn't he? Which is kind of weird, like because he gives away penalties and stuff, but when he needs to, he just like didn't panic, just held the ball just long enough.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable. Here we go.
Yeah, they're going for 50 in this one, hey? There's still heaps of time left, 20 minutes.
Yep.
I tell you what, if the Dragons really give up, we could be looking at 60.
There's time.
Yeah.
When he puts this over, what are they?
This is my boy! It'll never get old. Never, ever.
It's going to work forever. That is woeful. And he throws the ball up into his face.
As you do.
Yeah. And that was the biggest hit that was put on
It's kind of weird seeing like 115 kilogram Freddie Mercury look like throwing balls in his face.
Imagine if he was singing "Somebody to Love" to you.
Yeah. It'd be so off-putting.
Oh, Graham was in front of the kicker there.
I thought so too, hey? Why would they go for the short kickoff? Like, just stop the bleeding.
It's a McGregor idea.
Yeah.
We might get the ball back.
It's like one of those revolutionary ideas that the Walkers had.
Yeah. Jesus. Come on, Guten. Give it to kick out.
Man. Oh.
How do they... You do not throw a cutout in front of kick out.
Nah,
That's criminal. He should be sacked.
Look, Kick-Out's running out dummy half.
Of course he is.
That's terrifying. This is the sort of thing he needs to do, though. He needs to... His work in attack has been pretty good in this game. Sometimes I think he just waits to do his runs, and he's been going after it, which has been good. We talked about that in the podcast.
Yeah. Edwards just made a fatal mistake there. He should have kept passing the ball. Instead, he ducked back inside and went to where the decoy runner came through.
Yeah. Oh, it's bounced poorly for the Dragons. Ah, it's still there.
It's Griffin ball.
The Panthers have it back.
Oh, nice kick.
He's put in another kick. Wow, he did well there. What's
he doing? The traffic cop has stopped play.
He's
Pedestrians first.
Penalty.
Oh.
Is James Graham all right?
He thinks he's back in Merseyside, I think. What happened
Poor
here?
bastard. Yeah, what happened? So the ball bounces horribly.
He's waving his hands, the ref. No, he's still saying that's the last.
Last.
Right.
He's got the ball. And
I think he's claimed
it.
a knock on there.
I didn't see a knock on, did you?
I think he's claimed that the...
Offside, mate?
No, I don't know. Who knows?
Might have been offside because they kicked for touch like it was a penalty.
I don't know who was offside, though. Anyway.
That's just another case of the NRL trying to screw the Panthers.
Yeah. While they're up 40-12.
Yeah.
Screw them out of 50 points.
I just wanted to try that. It does feel pretty good when you do that sort of thing. It's like they're always trying to make us lose, man.
There's
Paul
Mary.
McGregor.
He's ordering a taxi.
Yeah.
One that he could bash.
Maybe he's ordering an Uber. What happened here?
He'd have to, because he's probably been drinking a bit.
Look at these two.
Ooh.
Look at them. They're going to argue with each other. The James squared. Oh, you know what? If you just added Gary Freeman to the mix, the whole world would just implode like into a black hole of arguments. And then one day an alien civilization would come across it and it'd just hear gibbering.
Well, Lenny's having a good old chat here.
Yeah. What's he possibly saying? Is he calling someone out? He's calling out kick
He's
out.
saying, have you been over there to the Woolies over there? Right. Their results are fantastic.
Has he sent him to the bin?
Put him on report, I thought.
I know. He looks like he's running off to the bin.
That's criminal.
What's he going to the bin? What happened?
You don't put the kick out in the bin. What do you do?
What happened?
That?
It's not for that.
No way.
No way.
He's committed to that. He's even looking at the ground.
And he stopped. It was like he pulled out as much as he could. That's stupid.
That's gone too far.
He didn't hit him high.
No, or late.
Oh my goodness. Well, you've got to tell your halfbacks to run at the line backwards now, don't you?
That's
terrible.
That's fucking stupid is what that is.
Yeah. That's a mistake by the referees. See, this is what happens when the people above them start second-guessing everything. The referees are the poor bastards that have to implement it in real game situations. And if you're a referee and you don't do what they tell you to do, you just don't get the big games.
Yeah, and the referees are on a hiding to nothing no matter what goes on, because if they don't bin him, half the media goes fucking batshit crazy over it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do bin him, the other half go batshit crazy over it.
Yep.
And the moron to sit there and swallow everything the media says, especially the outrage media.
Yeah.
They're going to go fucking nuts either way.
Kind at the moment.
Well, that's all there is. Fucking Crawley will be all over it. Oh, that was ridiculous. He shouldn't have been. He just makes white noise.
He really does. I can't believe that. Man.
He's like an old lady waiting in the queue at the bank, complaining about how long he's got to wait.
Have you ever been somewhere and you've just heard someone just complaining?
Yeah.
Complaining.
If you go to a queue, especially the post office, and it's a long queue of about 5 or 6 people, that's pretty long. And they'll be sitting there just complaining to no one, but just making sure they're audible.
Yeah.
So, I've got other things to do, they say, as they stay in the queue and never leave.
The referees are getting a little bit too involved in this game at the moment. Oh, that was high, though.
Yeah, that's...
They almost took his head off, to be fair.
That's
I
bad.
don't want to see Ravaloa get hurt.
No.
I like watching him play.
Yeah, don't do that to Rava. Alright, well, the Dragons getting a bit of leg up here and attack. The referees are looking after McGregor.
They've got the last 4 penalties in a row.
They'll botch this.
James Graham running it up.
Here comes the Dragons. They're inside the 30 now. Long ball, nice one.
Ooh, I thought that was maybe forward.
Well, it was more forward than the other one that was picked up.
Yeah, way more forward.
Alright, the Dragons now. 2 tackles to go. They're inside. Oh, that's a good hit.
They should have some numbers out to the right-hand side here.
Right, they'll spread it wide on this one before the kick. They're 10 metres out from the Panthers line, and they did nothing.
Fucked it.
Here comes the kick, and it's across the field. It doesn't matter. Play stop. What the fuck happened?
They must have knocked it on or something.
They botched it, just as I said.
You called it.
Yeah. There's an argument here between the Dragons player. They're doing a HIA.
They're doing that. Okay, so well, you know what they're trying to do? I reckon they're trying to stop it so that they can get the referee to look at something here. Now, he kicks it. Does he get tackled after he kicks it? Let's watch this. No?
No, not interested. Now, I'd argue that those HIA tests are akin to those personality tests that the Church of Scientology gets you to do.
Where you hold the cans.
Yeah.
And they ask you questions, and the lever goes, and they're like,
oh,
tell us all your secrets, and it goes, woo!
Every time you give an answer, go, that's very impressive.
Mm.
You are very unique. You would fit very well into this very unique, very secret society.
Mm.
Wow. Only the elite get answers like that. You must join. You'd be our next leader for sure. And then they take all your money.
Yeah. Then it costs, by the way, it costs $15,000.
Yeah, and you've already committed to it.
Yeah.
There we go.
We've had a forward pass from dummy half or something.
God knows. Oh, hands in the air. Referee's gone missing. Oh, there he is.
Can't even see him. There he is. I lost him for a moment, and then I saw a guy standing there with his hands down. I was like, there he is.
Wow, that defense was up quick there from the Panthers.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. They should take the two.
They were in the Dragons' back line before the ball got to the back line.
Man, 40-12. And there's still 11 minutes left.
Yeah, come on, Penrith. You shouldn't have been doing this.
Did you see Sims ran through? He was like, I was in if you passed the ball.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I think he lost it. Oh, he's pretty confident.
No,
I think he
down.
scored. Paul Vaughan. Is it Paul Vaughan? Yeah, Paul Vaughan. He must have banged himself.
Yeah, into the post.
Yeah. It looks like it really hurt him too.
Yeah, he hit it pretty hard.
He's probably still wobbling.
He's kind of wrapped around it backwards.
Oh, yeah, wrapped around it backwards. Jeez, that was pretty athletic.
God damn, he's a good player though.
Yeah, I bet he's one of those dudes where you make a break. We went around the front of it. I reckon he'd be one of those dudes that you make a break and you think, it's just a prop chasing me. And you're running and he's still there and he's still there and he's still there and he's still there. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, piss off.
Yeah, as a winger, it's like, this prick's going to make me feel like I'm going to spew by the time I score this try. They're the worst. Yeah, he's a really good player, though.
Yeah, he certainly is.
I think, we had him pretty highly rated, both of us, didn't we?
Yeah. Huge Vaughan fan.
Just a teaser, future episode. We should do that episode, maybe the next 2 episodes, if you feel like it. Do our top players and then our top young players.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
We could probably do that. Why not? Let's ask the public and they can give us an answer. Do you want us to do that? And if you don't answer, then we'll assume that's a yes.
If we get no answers, we know that's what you want.
Yep.
If we get one answer, we're pretty surprised you're still around.
Samuel Bayless.
Sam, can you help us, man?
He made the only comment on our YouTube video. He said Penrith will score 50.
Ooh, that's a good point. I still think they've got the time.
That's saying we've now got 4 people watching us.
Really? Hello, all 4 people. I know one of them's not me.
Oh, one of them is me, though.
Oh, okay, so we got 3 people watching us.
Sam's one of them.
This must be what rugby union feels like.
It's like, quick, find a way to charge them.
All I know is that I'm supposed to say, you're all going to hell.
Oh, someone's down injured. He's copped a shot to the cruets, I think.
Yeah. Sometimes you just cop a hit right to the dick.
He'll be wearing his balls as earrings for a few minutes there. There's
Count them, don't rub them.
there's a kick and hope. Edwards takes
Edwards takes it again. He's got a weird motion when he takes it. He wants to sit in his ass.
that one. Yeah, he does that whole sitting on the toilet thing, reading the paper style when he's taking a catch.
Look at this. They've got Cleary's playing at hooker. That's interesting. Why are they doing that?
Who's at 7 then?
Is he just... Hang on. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Oh, it was just for those two tackles.
Ellis was just taking a long time to get into position because he's just not good enough. No, he's fine. He's fine.
Tell you what, how good of a hooker would Cleary be, though? Good tackler. You have a good kicking game in a dummy half.
That's a good kick.
Is that a 40-20? Oh, what? Is that a 40-20?
I don't know. Could be.
Bloody close. Number 7 for the Dragons, still holding his guts.
Oh, he's 2 steps outside.
That was close.
Bloody hell, Jimmy.
Ravalawa chasing the ball. 10 try assists in his past 5 games. James Maloney. Good player. I hope he stays on. You don't want to go to bloody Leeds next year, James. Come on now. Have you ever been there?
The thing that's interesting about him is he's not bleeding today.
Yeah, it's strange. I think that he bleeds mostly in Origins and Finals games. It's in his contract that his face has to bleed. He gets $50,000 bonus if he does. But yeah, no blood.
Like some promotional thing he does for Red Cross or something.
Yeah.
Blood's important. Donate.
Yeah. It reminds me of my uncle. He had a serious accident and we went to the hospital and they had to give him a blood transfusion to keep him alive. Sadly, he passed away. We didn't know what his blood type was. And the last thing he said was just be positive. And just rest in peace, Uncle. Sad.
If only you had known.
Yeah, just no idea how to know what his blood type was. But his final words do stick with me.
Yeah.
It's just be positive. Okay, so the Panthers run the ball back.
On that sad note.
Well, everyone's got to die one day.
That's right. If only you had known what his blood type was.
I know.
What a shame.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hard luck.
Just happens.
It does.
So Panthers looking at score 50 here. I'd love them to crack 50.
Yeah, they're a bit hard up against it now.
Yeah, it's starting to get... They'd have to score on this set. That should be a penalty.
Yeah, that should have been.
Laying in to play the ball. Oh, little dummy there. Runs himself. Ooh, I don't like the way he went at his knees.
Get kick out back on.
Yeah. Jimmy Maloney is running the ball.
What were you doing there, Jim?
Oh, fuck, Jim. Hand over. Well, even at 40-18, I got to say, it's time. They got to bite the bullet. They got to sack him.
Yeah. How does this change the ladder now? Surely the Dragons... Wow. They were bottom 3 anyway, weren't they?
Yeah. I think it's just on points. They'll still stay in third last.
If the Dogs get a win this weekend...
Yeah, they already played. They get played against the Broncos, lost.
Yeah.
So they're a bit lucky in that sense.
They're not getting any worse. But the Broncos and the Warriors have won, which means if the Tigers get up, bloody hell, the Dragons could be... if the Cowboys played?
No, not yet.
Wow. If the Tigers and the Cowboys get up, Cronulla could be 4th last. And they would be a win clear of the Dragons.
Wow.
That's a pretty tight ladder there. The Dragon season is over, though.
Yeah, Dragons are done.
I know they're mathematically still a chance, but let's be honest, they're no chance.
Cleary's come off. I
Yes.
reckon that tackle hurt him, hey?
Nah, he's just having a rest.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You know what? He's having a rest, don't you?
Well, Ivor's just said,
It's my boy!
it's my boy, and to be honest, the lawn's getting a bit long. I need him fresh to do the mowing tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
And he's got to duck down to the servo and get the fuel tank filled up with petrol for the mower.
The breakaway try here. Come on, Penrith. Go, Saucy.
Oh.
Damn, that was a bit unlucky.
Sauce just threw a pass to no one because he thought, fuck it, why not?
He tossed it out the back, yeah. Well, it was a good idea to rest Hunt this week.
Yeah,
It's worked out well.
Didn't need him.
And he'll be fresh now for the rest of the...
For the run home.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Who have the Dragons got for their run home? Let's have a look. Tomorrow, okay, it's a pretty easy run. Tomorrow the
Christy Davis is now watching, by the way. Hello, Christy.
Good. Next week, the Dragons have South.
Yes.
And then they've got Parramatta.
Yes.
Then they've got the Titans, the Sharks in round 22.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Roosters, the Tigers, and the Titans again.
Where? What?
They got the Titans twice in the last 5 rounds.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst draw, but like the way they're playing right now, they don't look like they're going to beat anyone.
They'll lose all of those.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dragons fans, but it's not your fault. It's
McGregor's
McGregor's fault.
It is, yeah. They just need a change.
He's chalked up on yet another loss in the back end of the season.
So I think that they've lost, of their last 10, I say they're the last 11 games, they've only won 2. I think I'm right in saying that.
Yeah, that's right. They've won 2.
That was just off the top of my head, eh?
Yeah. Well, you are an expert.
Why can I remember shit like that, but I don't remember what their halfback was called?
Well, you only remember the important stuff.
Exactly.
I do the same thing all the time. I get people asking me, how come when you're on Full Credit to the Boys podcast, you only remember or bring out stats about Mitch Moses being shit?
Mm.
There's stats about him being good, and I just say, well, I just don't remember the good ones.
Oh, they're shutting it down now. 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Maloney, just veteran play. Kicking at the corner. Face isn't bleeding. That's how easy it's been.
Even that spit on the ground there.
Yeah.
Perfectly executed.
It really was.
There's no sideways spray. It was just nice and neat and tidy.
Mm.
He's got a bit of unmade bed going on, but he seems to perform well with the unmade bed.
So they've got their run in their next 5 games. Raiders, Bulldogs, Sharkies, Broncos and Cowboys. Not a bad next 5 games, hey?
Yeah, especially when they're in Sydney for the next few weeks too.
Mm.
Canberra and the Sharks are at Penrith, and the Bulldogs is at Bankwest for some reason.
Oh, really?
What the fuck's that about?
Ah, the fucking Dragons threw it away.
Apparently that's a Bulldogs home game. Have I got that right? I better have a look. I have been known to have a mistake on the website once before.
Really?
Only one. There was an old saying.
Mm-hmm.
I've never made a mistake in my life. I thought I did once, but I was wrong. Yeah, they're playing Penrith at Bankwest.
There you go. I might go to that game, eh? Come on, Panthers. Put a cherry on top of it. Give us the cherry.
That's on August the 3rd, a Saturday at 5:30.
Really? Oh, that's not too far away, really. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, give it to kick out.
Yeah, that's it. Just kill
someone. Give it to kick out. Give it to kick out. Damn, he's a good player.
He's brilliant.
Oh, is he dead? I think he's dead.
Oh, he's just playing for time.
35 seconds left. Nice dummy.
Luai wants points.
Yeah, he wants it. He wants his name on the scoreboard.
Bad luck, fella.
They'll kick him behind. Oh, that's unlucky. But it's a good try. Right in the goal mouth.
Right in the pants.
Ah, just right up in there. He says, I've given it a try. Can we just have a look and see that try again? He must have copped a poke in the eye.
Oh, that'll be a 10-point try. Bring up
He
50.
looks like a pirate.
Well,
What
everyone's
are they
on
looking
side.
at? It hit the goalpost.
What does say the pickup and the grounding?
It looks good so far.
We're going to see everything real clearly here.
Yeah. There's a giant fucking oak thing in the way.
The cameraman's been really
he picked
on
it up
point
pretty good there.
Yeah, he's picked that up clean. That blurry vision shows that clearly. That's a clear pickup right there.
That was, yeah. Picks it up cleanly.
Yeah, that's all good.
He's surrounded by 3 dragons. He gets there first. And that's a try.
Ooh.
Good stuff. Good effort. Big fella.
Did it hit the padding first?
Well.
Oh.
Hang on, let's have a look at this again.
Oh, I think he's dropped it, mate.
I think he's dropped it, yeah. Unlucky. I think the padding just knocked it out. Yeah, the padding's probably knocked it out.
Did he get hit in the face as he's trying to ground the ball? Because if he did, then that could be a penalty try. And he's complaining there with his sore eye. They might give this a penalty try.
I thought he was just winking at the crowd.
Oh, Porto says no try.
No try on the Porto scoreboard. Unlucky.
You watch, just as he's about to ground it, he cops a straight hit. Bang. Hand on the face there. And he starts crying like a little baby. Yeah.
Wow, Dragons worst. I mean, is this the worst season in the joint ventures history?
Let's have a look.
I feel like it might be. Full time, Penrith 40, St George Illawarra Dragons 18.
In 2013, they had 7 wins and 17 losses.
Okay.
That looks to be their worst.
Wow. That was a bad one.
So they're currently at 6 wins. So if they lose all their games from here on in, it will be their worst.
It's possible.
South, definitely possible. Parramatta. It's not Parramatta at Bankwest, so that one's tricky. They play the Titans twice. I can't see the Titans beating anyone twice in one season.
Yeah, it is very difficult to see. What was the crowd? The crowd, 13,610.
Oh, mate, you were out by... You're not going to believe this. 610? You're out by 93.
Ooh, god damn it. Well, looks like the next $15,000 payment is on you, son.
Not again.
Damn it. Oh, shit. It's all right. We'll lay off some of the interns and stuff. Lay off some of the riding team.
No, we don't have to lay them off. Just cut their wages again.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, we do have those legally binding contracts. That means they have to work for us.
But we do have Arabella who can get us out of any sort of contractual situation as our lawyer. She's on a retainer.
How did she go with those few complaints that we got from the RSPCA after the tail end of the last episode?
When we talked about eating domestic cat?
Yeah.
I think that's still pending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're just trying to work something out there, maybe.
I'll just stress, if this helps the case, I haven't eaten cat. I mean, I've chewed on one, but I haven't eaten one. I assume eating would be the whole cooking and eating it and swallowing it and digesting it. I haven't gone that far. I've just chewed on one a bit.
Yeah. Well, I knew a chick that considered it that it didn't happen if you didn't swallow. So if you didn't actually swallow the cat, then it didn't happen.
I like her line of thinking.
Yeah, she was a good one.
How did you let her go?
Yeah, you got to sometimes. Is it just me, or is Brandy's hair looking dark?
Yeah, he's been to the same hairdresser as Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, it's just looking dark, man.
You know what it is? Origin Series win. Every time I have an Origin Series win, his hair goes a bit younger.
Just just his hair though.
Yeah, he's had 2 in a row.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, he's got 30-year-old man hair.
it's fantastic.
It's getting darker than Braith and Asta's.
Yeah, and Braith puts a lot of product in his hair, which is fair enough. He's got a good head of hair. Got to look after it, you know. You know what he uses.
He's a good-looking man.
He puts caffeine in it.
Have you got hair?
What is the deal with all their hair? Their hair's all colourful. Like, look at Lewis's hair. Lewis's hair is like a more colourful blonde.
Yeah, Louis got some sort of weird. He's got a bit of shimmer going on in his hair.
Yeah, what the fuck? Something happening at Fox Sports Studios.
I think
Clive Churchill Studios.
I think with the shimmer that Louis has going on with his hair, he needs to get a long mullet going.
Mm.
You need to show that shit off.
I considered not long ago either. I considered shave my head like Chuck Liddell does.
Oh yes.
But then I realised that you live in Western Sydney and you have a haircut like that, it's too much bogan.
You start getting followed by the police.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, you know, I definitely suit that hairstyle. But, at some point you're just going too far.
You know what I like about these panels they have after the game with Shervo on there?
Yeah.
When the actual football players and the people who know what they're talking about start talking, he nods his head to pretend like he knows what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You watch him; it's constant. When he's not talking, he's like a bobblehead. It's just constant up and down, it's like Buzz, but when Buzz is just listening.
That's hilarious. Oh, Jesus. It's harsh but fair.
Yeah. So he's talking now, so he's trying to sound like he knows what he's talking about. And he uses his hands a lot when he talks.
Here's this sin binning.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, I've got no problems with that. He didn't hit him high, didn't hit him late, and the player could have got the ball.
That's the one thing that you can see Fafita say there when the referee tells him you hit him late and high or whatever it was, and you get 10 to bin. He's just gone late. Turns around and just gives his head a little nod and just runs off.
You know why he got sent off? It was because he blasted the dude, right? But if in that instance the dummy runner had have put the same hit on Fafita, like if the momentum had have just gone the other way and it was Fafita that ended up on his ass, they would have called it back.
Yeah.
For an obstruction. Like he's trying to get to the player that was passing the ball. It's ridiculous.
That's interesting. Apparently it says that John Morris says Andrew needs to think with his head, not his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Braith and Asta for comment. Do you remember an incident where Braith and Asta got penalised in a game against South because he got hit in the head?
I'm trying to think. I remember there was that where he got hit in the head and he got up and he was pissed off?
Yeah, I think it was David Farlogo punched him in the face, and
yes,
Asta
I
got
remember
pinned.
that. Yeah,
that was glorious.
It really was. He was fucking furious too.
Yeah, God, that's funny.
Wasn't Farlogo the one that he punched Jason Taylor?
Oh yeah, right? Oh yeah. Right. He gave him 2 heads. He hit him that hard.
Fucking Jason Taylor, man. He's
just got a face that needs punching.
But like he got that South side to a point, and if that hadn't happened, he would have still been coaching them. Like he could have ended up with a premiership win.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try and find this footage.
Well, that was a good win by the Panthers. That's a good way to start off a weekend. You watch your footy team put up a big scoreline. All of the stuff you've written during the week and podcasted during the week is justified. And,
yes.